Morning, Carrie. I was going to do my meditation this morning, and I was just thinking of you and thinking about how if you wanted to do it with me, I would record it, and there's no pressure to do it, but I just thought maybe we could do it together. So you don't need any special clothes or any special equipment or anything like that unless you don't have a comfortable place to sit. So if you want, you can sit for the first part, either on some blankets or in a chair. Even on the edge of the bed, sometimes I'll sit, or on the bed. And then for the last part of it, you can lay down. So if you have a place to lay down, that'll be the last part. But the first part, if your hair is up, you're gonna wanna take your hair down. And if you just brushed your hair and you absolutely don't wanna take it down, you can still kind of do this. It's just not quite as full. But you're just gonna take your fingertips and you're gonna touch your fingertips to your scalp, and you're just gonna kind of move the fingertips in circles or any kind of pattern that feels good. And you can go slow. I always like to start slow, but some people like to start a little faster, almost like when you get your hair washed. You can kind of go a little bit faster and just move the energy a little bit quicker to kind of start blood flow and just get in there. And as you're doing this, if you're anything like me, you might focus so much on the scalp part and forget to breathe. So every once in a while, just, and then let it out. And even with the scalp, feel how you can kind of move the scalp over the bones so that you're actually even moving not just touching. And if it gets to be too much for your fingertips ever, or fingertips get sore, sometimes you can use just the fist and kind of move the scalp over the skull, getting this back part and the side part. Or if you have longer hair and your scalp's not too sensitive, every once in a while you can kind of like gently tug the hair and move it back and forth, side to side, get underneath that kind of like tangly area and just move it around. Sometimes it'll make me want to yawn, and yawning is actually a really great way to exhale and release energy. So if you feel that, milk it. You can just or sigh. The exhale is a great way to get rid of stagnation. And just exhale what's not working. And between your scalp and skull, there is a deep layer of fluid, and that's what we're working with right now. And in Western medicine, we call it cerebrospinal fluid. In yoga, they call it the ohas. But this is the fluid that circulates through your brain and returns to your body through the base of your skull, draining down the back of your neck. And if you want to do a little invigorating play with that hair. And sometimes you can do this for someone that you're really close to. If you go behind their head and just kind of cup your palms like right underneath the back of their head and the base of their neck, and just gently let your fingertips kind of hold their head, and just gently press the fingertips in and just draw that base of the skull up a little bit after you do a little bit of a scalp massage. It's kind of a nice loving thing that you can always do. And then from there, you're just gonna take your hand to the back of your neck And you've got that palm part of your hand on one side and the fingertips on the other side. And you're just going to gently squeeze the fingers and the hand toward each other. And then let that go and move down a little bit and squeeze the palm and the fingertips toward one another. And then again at the base. And then I like to switch hands and have the palm on the other side and the fingertips on the other side, and just do one more time right at the base of the head. Just squeezing the palm and the fingers toward one another. And you'll have great intuition. You'll start to just kind of feel if you want to go like hold in a spot, or even just kind of move toward a spot. Or if you just want to be and hold gentler and breathe. Some days I really dig in there. And some days I really just need to hold the energy in the neck, or just hold my neck and head and breathe. Today I'm doing a little bit of digging. So with your exhales, if you're in a space where it's fine to sigh, just it's a great way to release. Or you can imagine blowing out a candle. Just keeping in mind that that exhale is really used so much for clearing and getting rid of stagnation. And exhaling out just what's not working. So take just a nice deep breath. And just noticing if you feel a little bit clearer through the head and the neck. And then from there, you're going to take your fists, and it's going to be gentle. Like it's going to be a gentle little pounding, but we're going to stimulate the spine. And the way that we're going to do that is just taking a little bit of gentle impact, which is going to awaken and tone the back. Which we've got all these muscles up the back and all of the erector spinae muscles. They get so sore, right? And then all that spinal fluid and everything in there. So you're just going to take that part where your first finger and your thumb come together, and you're just going to gently like drum on the spine. My shoulders are getting less flexible as I get older, so I'm only going up to like my mid back. But just thinking about that lower vertebrae, right, even down toward the sacrum. Maybe I can even get on my knees. And you're just kind of moving upward, one vertebrae at a time. Just staying in this lower lumbar spine. That lower lumbar spine, when we start to stimulate it, will increase circulation to the legs, the feet, the ankles, the lower organs, like the intestines and the bladder. And you just move up the waistline toward the mid-back, the thoracic. And that's going to bring good energy to the arms, the hands, the heart, the lungs, stomach, belly, the liver. And then I always need like a little. And then the goal is to kind of try to get as high up as you can. I used to get higher. And I like to laugh about it because it's quite fun. And you just try to get a little bit closer to the shoulder blades. And then widen a bit. And then you're going to come down kind of the sides and the base of the spine all the way down to the lower. And then this one's a little funny, but our waistline does so much. And I think it's a hard area. So you're just going to come down and sort of beat down the sides of the waistline gently, using that thumb and index finger. And just think about breathing toward that area. and then down. Okay, now relax the hands down. This is good to do from a little shake. And just kind of notice if you feel any of the like sort of tingling or increased circulation. Take a nice inhale. Hold the breath. And then just exhale, blow out everything that doesn't belong. Inhale. Hold the breath. Exhale out everything that doesn't belong. And you just start to inhale a little bit of newness, a little bit of possibility. Hold. Feel it building. And then exhale all that stagnation out. And if your arms are a little bit tired from the stimulating the spine, you can just take a nice little interlace with the fingers and keep a little bend in the elbows if that helps you keep the shoulder blades back to cradle the heart. And then just reach. Sometimes you can just keep a little bend in the elbows to stimulate the shoulders and then reach through the side waist. Remembering that inhale, just a little bit of newness, awareness building as you exhale, getting rid of the stagnation. And then if you want a really big stretch, you can straighten those arms a little bit. Look up. Sometimes if you close your teeth, you'll get a little stretch. Just right underneath. Beautiful. So if you kind of feel motivated as you're going to move down to the floor, like you want to like stretch a little bit when you get down there, a little bit of knees to the chest, one knee toward the shoulder, anything like that. Feel free to do that. Take your time. You can just push pause. And then I'm going to set up for just a little bit of meditation and what we call yoga nidra. So very relaxing, still yoga. And then hopefully the sound will come through. I'm going to try to do a little bit of sound meditation with it. So now we're ready for a sound bath. We'll be here for just a little while, so you can take a few minutes to get comfortable. Maybe cover yourself with a blanket or cover your eyes with an eye pillow. If you want to put something under your knees to make yourself more comfortable, please feel free to do that. You can also lay down in a bed propped up by some pillows or even just in a chair. Anything that would make you feel cozy and comfortable. If you are sitting in a chair, simply close your eyes, sit quietly, and let your hands rest in your lap. You might want to uncross your arms and legs and let your feet rest on the floor. And if you're on the floor, just gonna let your breath start to come to a natural flow. Just in and out. Just noticing your muscles soften. And just letting your breath come and go. Feel the way it comes into the body and how it goes forth, all on its own. You don't have to do a thing. Just watching, letting things go, letting your body naturally rebalance. Feeling the weight of the bones resting on the earth. With each breath, allowing yourself to feel a little more comfortable, allowing yourself to feel just a little more at ease. Everything can be just as it is. Healing light moving into the feet. Imagine a liquid golden light, a renewing light, moving into the legs, imagine just like sunlight, that you can absorb it through your skin, your hair, your hips, your belly, around your heart and your throat, like you're bathing in a liquid honey bath. Open your hands. The pores of your skin, your brain cells. Release your jaw and receive the light. This golden liquid light. Your connection to renewing and rebalancing. Everything can be just as it is. Light moving into the feet. Legs, hips, belly, spine. Light moving into your heart, your lungs, shoulders, arms, light moving into your hands. Your neck. Your head. And as you soften the space between your eyebrows, your face. Your hair. Just feel your body relaxing. The sound of the breath. Your heartbeat. Relax. There's nothing to do right now. All those things can wait. Giving yourself time to just be. When you are ready, you can slowly start to come back. Deepening your breath. Maybe moving your fingers and your toes. Just easy, kind of lazy. Maybe you're not coming back just yet. Allow yourself a little time to wake up. Check at all your body parts. Just slowly starting to connect back with your brain, with your breath. Maybe rotating the wrists and the ankles, or stretching the body long. Reaching the arms up overhead. Stretch through the heels. Feel all those muscles engage and then just let it go. You might even want to just reach more through the right side. Make that right side a little longer, and then make the left side a little longer. Just stretch and bring yourself back. And you can just stay there, breathing, waking up. Or if you like, you can begin to rub your palms together. You might even want to breathe into your hands, exhale into your hands, activating your energy. You can just bring your palms over your eyes, keeping your breathing passage open. And just kind of see how easy it is to just sort of receive from your hands to your eyes, from your eyes to your hands. And then let's do that again. Close the eyes and rub your palms together. And then you're going to wash your face with your hands, just like if you were using soap and water. But now you're imagining that you're using that golden sunlight. Just bringing that energy to your hands, your face, your neck, your heart, your arms. Anywhere that needs a little extra. Sometimes I'll even find myself over the belly, the pelvis, or the legs, just imagining that golden sunlight, that warmth, that connection coming back in. And if you're lying down, you can just bend your knees so the feet are on the floor. Or if you're in a chair, you can just sit up nice and straight. But if you're lying down, you can bring one knee into your chest and then just gently drop it to the other side. Give yourself just a gentle spinal twist and a nice big breath. If you're in the chair, you can always use the back of the chair, and you're not pulling really, really hard, but you're using that nice back of the chair. Take a nice inhale. As you exhale, just allow yourself to give a little twist. And then when you're ready, to the other side. So if you're on the floor, bringing your opposite knee into the chest and then dropping it toward the floor. If you're on the floor, you're just going to roll to one side, press your hands into the earth, come to sitting. If you're in a chair, just kind of release your knees, your legs. Let the chair really support you. You're going to come to a comfortable seated position. Just gently bring your hands to your heart. You can bring one hand on top of the other. Sometimes I like to put the palms maybe flat on the rib cage, up here, maybe even down here if I'm trying to get more awareness to the diaphragm. Bring some energy down into there. And if you have a friend, a family member, a plant, a tree, a pet, or a wall, anything that you might want to sit back to back with, that can also feel really, really nice. And as you start, you just take a few breaths. You just kind of feel, right, that support against the back. And so if you're in the chair, you can even just use the chair. And just begin to feel as you breathe in the back of your body connecting to the space behind you. And then finding that place for your hands. We're just going to do just a gentle humming. Just to feel how the voice resonates throughout the body. Just take a nice inhale. And sometimes I like to add words or something really simple. And one thing that can kind of feel good to hum is just ma. In so many cultures, right, the word ma means mother. And sometimes I really like to kind of drag out an amen. So wherever you are today, and whatever might feel good to hum out, you just take a nice inhale. Ma. Just noticing where you can feel the resonance. Just a little sigh of satisfaction. Maybe one more time. Getting that stagnation to go. And just feeling appreciative that you took time to do any part of movement, any part of meditation, any part of breath, any part of that connecting back in. That quiet time. Any part. I remember a long time ago when I first started learning anything about yoga or movement or body with the breath, it was always that you just do any part that you can, and that's just the part that you do. So sometimes it's like not even easy to do this. It hurts or it doesn't feel right in the nerves. But if you can do it, you do that part. You breathe. You find the comfort. And then you release it. You let it go. You give yourself freedom to not do it again, or maybe try again and see. But there's always that, like, you give it what you can do, and then you release it for a little bit and let there be that stillness and that place of restoration and rest. So hopefully some of this was that way for you. I miss you. I love you. And I'll see you soon. Bye.